that I come up today or I was shown, and I'm happy to be here. And just in case you are new to this channel, my name is Miss Blessing, and this is I Teach with Miss B. And I help teachers thrive and grow in the online space, even as a physical classroom teacher. Trust me, my channel is one that you always have. My channel is one that you will always have good information from, or you get good ideas about how to run your classroom from and all of that. So if you're just new here, if this is your first time joining me, welcome. Please just click on the like, subscribe, and share button. And trust me, you are in for a very wonderful ride. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. And today I want to talk about breaking into online tutoring. Now, a lot of people have reached out to me recently. I think there's been this air of, oh, everyone wants to now teach online. Everybody's looking for the easy way out, but it's not that easy. But I'll tell you that it's better than you working in a physical classroom, because we know that in Nigeria, we teachers are not really valued. That's the truth. Yeah, we're not really valued. Like when you are a teacher in Nigeria, you have to use your teeth or use your tongue to count your teeth rather. So if you're just joining, please just click on the like button. Hello, please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me who you are so that I get to communicate with you in the course of this live session. My name is Miss Blessing, and this is I Teach with Miss B. And I share educational values. I share tips for teachers, even for students, exam students who want to write exam. I share tips that help them pass their exams. But today we're going to be talking about the online tutoring space and how you can break into the online tutoring space. Peradventure, you're a physical classroom teacher and you've been looking for a way, you've been telling yourself that you are going to start teaching online. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Let's go ahead and talk about breaking into the online tutoring space in this course of this live stream. Okay, when I started, I started as a physical classroom teacher. In fact, I can say I've been teaching as long as I remember. It's over 10 years or 12 years I've been teaching. But I will tell you that I have never earned as much as I did until I started teaching online. So if you're just coming, please, hello, welcome to my live stream. Just click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Okay, so it's good to have you here. And please tell me where you're watching from. If you're a teacher or not, just let me know, because I'm a teacher and I share tips for teachers. Okay, so I was saying that I came in here and I was thinking, thank you for liking thank you for liking. I love that you did that. Thank you so much. Please click on the like and subscribe button for me as well. Okay, and also please tell me if you're a teacher. If you are, go ahead, tell me you are. If you aren't, tell me where you're watching me from as well. I'm in Nigeria presently or currently, so you can also tell me where you're watching me from. Okay, so like I said, I was teaching in the physical classroom. I've been teaching for over 10 to 12 years, and I've been wondering how to break into the online space. Well, even then, I didn't even know that there was something called online tutoring, because at that point in time, everybody was teaching physically, right? It was until COVID came and COVID hit, and then people now started thinking of teaching online, right? People started thinking of teaching online, and it now made people open to the communication space or the internet space, where they have to teach people in diaspora and other places. I started, oh, Joshua Iferi, hi, hello, thank you for joining my live. Please tell me where you're watching from so I get to connect with you, and also let me know if you're a teacher or not. I would really love to know. Thank you for joining. Hi, Joshua. Thank you so much. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. If you're just joining, please click on the like, subscribe, and share button for me. All right. So that COVID period, even the school I was teaching in, or the school I was working with, told us that we were going to start teaching. Oh, you're watching from Lekki, Lagos. Oh, that's nice. Hello. Hi, Virtue. My girliest girl. Okay, it's good to have you here. Good to have you here. Thank you for watching. Oh, Joshua, you're a maths tutor. That's nice. Do you teach online? Do you teach online? That's nice. Maths tutors are hot cake now. So maths tutors are the ones that are showing us different colors and shades. They're the ones eating the money online now. So you see maths and science us. Hi, Naomi Osai. Hello, welcome to my live stream. It's good to have you here. Eddie John Beatrix. Hi. Please, if you're a teacher, let me know you're a teacher. Or if you're not a teacher, just let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to converse with you all. And today I'm talking about breaking into online tutoring. So if you're a teacher or not, or you have experience teaching before, but you want to teach online, see, trust me, online tutoring is one thing or one space where you can make money. So I would love us to make money together. Please click on the like button. Oh, Eddie John says, I teach maths and science. Oh, that's nice. Are you teaching online already? Or you're a physical classroom teacher? Let me know. Virtual. I am an aspiring teacher. Oh, this is our aspiration. I've seen you here before and you've been aspiring till now. Please start. Start. That's what I want to talk about today, how you can start. Joshua says, yes, I do teach maths, but I'm interested in platform to get foreign clients. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in the course of all we're going to be doing today. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how you can get clients as well. But trust me, you have to put in the work, right? You have to put in the work, but I'm going to still talk about that. Joshua says, I teach online and physical lessons only. Okay, that's nice. I just started teaching chemistry online this week. Congratulations. Oh, I wish I had the confetti button, Eddie John. Oh, congratulations. You're doing so well. I'm proud of you. Please watch my videos. My videos are going to give you tips on how you can run your classes. Trust me, I have trailer loads of important stuff for you. But again, let's talk again. Let's continue our conversation. I'm going to be giving you good tips, yeah? Good tips on how you can start online, okay? And just in case you are here, you're thinking of how to start, I'm going to be sharing a lot with you as well, okay? All right. Naomi says, I'm a tutor and I'm watching from Edo State. I would love to teach online. Oh, welcome to this platform. This is where you are going to know what to do. I'm going to teach you step by step. That's what I enjoy doing. You know, I've been one who likes teachers. So let's go or let's flow together. Okay. So please coming in, tell me where you're watching from, tell me if you're a teacher, tell me what you would love to do. And if you have any questions about online tutoring, please do not hesitate to ask me in the comments. I'm going to answer. That's why I'm here. I'm going to answer. All right. So I've been looking for a way to teach online for a while, for a long time. Or actually, then I didn't even know what it was to teach online, right? I planned to travel to China. I wanted to go and teach English in China because I'm an English teacher. I wanted to travel to China to teach English. Applied to Japan, I applied to China. You know, I was following all these people that wanted to travel out. Hey, hi, amazing teacher. Oh, nice. From Anambra State. Good to have you here. My name is Ms. Blessing. I'm talking from Port Harcourt. All right. So I wanted to travel to China to go teach. And then I had already prepared everything. And all of a sudden, they told me that they are not taking Nigerians. You know, this is our Nigerian passport. In fact, it does a lot to. Okay. Oh, noise cancellation headphone. Okay, wait, I'm coming there. All right. So these are Nigerian passport has a lot of limitations, and so they didn't allow me to travel. I felt bad, so I was thinking of, and I was wondering, what would I do to get earn money or to move. Like I wanted to do something, but I didn't want to do it outside teaching. And that was where the idea came that if I wanted, instead of me to go outside the country to teach, why not I teach online? And then that was how I started looking or sourcing for international companies I could work with that I could teach online. Okay, Joshua, you said I would love information on how to get noise cancellation headphones. Yeah, you can get that either from Jumia or from phone shops that have headphones. Please look out for headphones with microphone. Those are the best ones you use to teach online. The ones with microphone. The one I use is Logitech 390. Logitech 390 is the one I use. Trust me, it's noise cancellation. In fact, someone can be shouting, but the noise is very, very minimal. Okay. So just in case you don't, this is what I mean. Thank you. This is what I mean. This is it. Noise cancellation headphones. Logitech 390, and it has microphone. So if you are buying headphones, please buy the one that has microphones. Okay. This is it. Thank you very much. Okay. So I hope I've cleared that question, Joshua. Okay, so moving forward. All right, let's talk about how I started teaching online. Now, when I started teaching online, someone sent me a link to a company and I applied because I've been applying. In fact, I've done over 30 to 50 applications to different companies. And I was doing all of them to the ones abroad. I was not doing Nigerian companies. I didn't even know that there were some Nigerian companies you could work with that that you could actually teach in their companies. I didn't know of that time. So someone sent me a link and then I applied. It took me over 2 hours to do the application because it kept disappearing and then I'll start again. I was frustrated, but I just said, let me just do it. And then I did. And then they asked me for an interview. At that time, I borrowed money to get a laptop. Yeah, I borrowed money to get a laptop. I was thinking of what to do at that particular point in time. So I borrowed money. I told the person that the person should give me 2 weeks. So I borrowed money from two people, 120,000, and I got a UK used laptop, and that was what I was using, or that's what I now started using to make applications and do my video. I bought headsets. I think then there was just one headset with small microphone, but it was not noise cancellation. I bought that one that time at 4,500. I bought that one that time at 4,500. But this one I'm using now that is noise cancellation is at 50,000. I bought it at 50,000. So just in case you just start from somewhere, please don't just jump. I want to be like you now. I started from somewhere. I started from 4.5 before I got to 50K. Okay. So so when I got that one, when I got the headset, I got the laptop, I got a Wi-Fi, and then I started teaching. I applied. They called me for an interview. I prepared for the interview. The same day that I did the interview, that day was the day they gave me the job. I'm going to call the name of the company. The name of the company is Hyper. You can Google them, you can search them up. Hyper company, they are a Nigerian company, but they teach students in the diaspora. So you could check their platform, hyperp.com. Yeah, you could check their platform. I'm just giving that for free here because you guys are my homies. Okay. So when I started working with them, I started teaching in a group class. In a month, I earned, without going anywhere, I was teaching 1 hour a day and I earned my first 80,000. And then after a while, without going anywhere again, I earned 120,000. In 3 months, I was earning 200,000 naira working with one company until another company reached out to me because, again, what I was doing was I was showing up online. Yeah, as I'm teaching, I'm posting. As I'm teaching, I'm posting. I'm posting my class session. I'm posting that I'm a teacher online. So another company reached out to me. I was like, do you teach students in the US or in the UK? And I said, yes. They said, okay, they have exam students. I said, okay, fine. I teach them. And that was how that other company reached out to me. And then I started working with that company again, coupled with the one I was doing before. And trust me, it was a very amazing experience. Now, at this point, I had not started working for myself, right? I started working with companies, but I will always advise, it's not bad if you want to start teaching or working for yourself without companies. Trust me. I will even advise it because all the money, everything goes to you. Mention the name of the online company, please. Okay, so I mentioned one, Hyper. The second one is Teach Nigeria, TEECH. If you check one of my live videos, you see I did a video with the CEO last month. Yeah, last month you're going to see how I started my online tutoring business. I did this video with the CEO last month. So please check. You are going to also see the link to her community. So the Teach community, you see a link there. You can click, join the WhatsApp link. Sometimes if she has extra classes, she posts on the link that she needs tutors for some classes. Trust me, you might be able to get one from there too. So, okay, please, if you're just joining, click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Please like this video and subscribe. Don't leave without subscribing. All right, so moving forward, like I said, today I want to talk about breaking into online tutoring or the online tutoring business. Now, there are a lot of things that Teach is not functional at the moment. No. Please, that's why I say go to my video or check my live video, how I started my online tutoring business. I did this with the CEO. I did a video with the CEO. The link to our community is in the description of that video. So if you click on that video, you will see the link to her community. Please click on it and join our community. She posts jobs in her community. She doesn't do it on her teaching platform. So on her website, she posts it in her community. So if you are part of the community, she posts openings, you'll be able to apply to reach out to her for one or the other. Or better still, reach out to me. I can easily recommend you. Okay, Joshua, reach out to me. I can easily recommend you as well. Okay, so let's go on to this. Okay, so I've talked about my story. I want to talk about what you will need to start tutoring online. So just in case you are new here, you don't know what it is. I think somebody mentioned that she wants to start teaching online. I'm going to mention some things that are very important that you must know for you to teach online. Most companies will ask you for a demo video or an intro video, right? So let's look at what you will use to do this demo and intro videos that you will send to the companies or send to parents, or send some parents who say we want to see what you've done, right? Okay, so let's talk about some of these things. Now, the first thing that you will need is the right mindset. To teach online, please let me just let you know, teaching online and teaching in your physical classroom is not the same. It is not the same at all. Please, they are different things. In fact, the way you teach online and the way you teach in the physical classroom is very, very different. So you have to know that first of all, and you're coming in with the right mindset. Don't come in and see it as is a money market, yes, where you can make a lot of money, but it's not something that you will do without thinking, right? Think about it very well. Come with the right mindset. You will just and be willing to learn. Okay, there's a lot. When I started, like I liked telling this a lot. When I started, after 3 months, my boss reached out to me and told me that she doesn't want me to work again in the company. Why? Can I get your direct? Can one get your direct contact? Yes, please. It's on my bio. Check my bio. You see it there. Okay. So my boss reached out to me and told me that Miss Blessing, we would like to terminate your contract. You're not delivering. I was like, sorry, ma, you say what? Okay, ma, I don't know what it takes to teach online, right? I'm new to this thing, and you guys only did onboarding for me. Give me 3 months. Just give me 3 months. I'm going to come back. I'm going to improve. And she agreed. So she gave me 3 months. That 3 months, trust me, I had no sleep. I was checking YouTube videos, how to teach online. I was watching whites, how they teach online, how they structure their classes. And I did this because the students I was teaching at that time were in the UK, so I focused on UK students a lot. And trust me, after 3 months, I became the third best teacher in high prep. You can go and check that this thing you're going to. That was 3 months after they told me that they wanted to sack me or they wanted to let me go. They eventually allowed me to stay, and then I proved my words, and I said 3 months. So I will always say, be willing to learn. Yeah, be open to learn. If you're not open to learn, trust me, you're going to lose out big time. Okay, another thing I would say is get your tools ready. Get your tools ready. Your tools are the things you use to teach, right? Like this now, there's lights in my house, right? It can just happen that the lights will go even while I'm doing this live. You know, we're in Nigeria. So we are not culture of constant power supply. Have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan. It could be a laptop power bank. It could be a power pack. It could be a what's it called, that you could use to have solar light, that you could use to get extra supply, light supply. The worst thing that can happen to you as an online teacher is when you have a class, you not say, I'm sorry, ma, I cannot hold the class because I don't have power supply. Doesn't tell well of you, right? So always have a backup plan. Okay, have a backup plan. When you are talking about the tools again, we're talking about your internet tools. Hey, your internet. Have MTN, have Airtel, have Glow, have all of them, Wi-Fi, MiFi. I have all. Because I know what can. In fact, yesterday there was something that happened yesterday in my group class. While I was teaching, my laptop refused to connect to my internet. So I was wondering, and it was a group class. I was wondering what to do at that time. Immediately, I switched to my phone. I started using my phone to organize the class. Luckily, I had already set up what they were going to do for the day. So I just told them, just go to your OneNote, like go to your OneNote app and start doing the tasks for the day first before I was able to turn off my system, turn it back on again, before I was able to do all of this, 20 minutes has gone. But nobody noticed that Miss Blessing had issues with connection because I have this set up already. So as a teacher, it's very important. Please take note. It is very important that your tools and your whatever it is that you're using is available, readily available. Noise cancellation headsets. I talked about this again before. I'm saying it again. Get a noise cancellation headset. In fact, this one is even better because you can mute even without muting on your Zoom. Sometimes when you mute on your Zoom, they'll say, "Oh, you are muted." You can now mute on this one without them even knowing that you are muted. This one. So if you want to get a good headset, I will recommend this anytime, any day. Okay, get a system that has space. Get a laptop that has good space. I recommend iCore 5, iCore 7. system that has space, right? Again, I will talk about, we've talked about your tools, your Wi-Fi, your lighting, very power. Oh, I talked about power supply. Yes, for power supply, I have this power pack. It's called, it's like an inverter, a small inverter. You can charge it with light when there's light. You can charge it with solar. Okay, so I'm going to, the name is Yao, YABOO. Is a Chinese this thing. It's a Chinese company. YABOO. Yeah, so it's like a power pack. There are different watts. There's 3,000 watts. There's 5,000 watts. So depending on the watt depends or determines the price, right? Okay, so that's what you can use for a power supply. There's this company, Sunek. Is it Sunek? Yes, I think no, Sunfi, Sunfi. Okay. Oh, at that time I bought it at 280,000. But like I said, it depends on the price. For the power pack, it depends on the price. Okay. It depends on the price. Some of them are cheaper, and it depends on the watts rather. The watts determines the price. So I went for a higher watts. That was why my own price is like that. But there are lower watts. Even laptop power bank, you can see a laptop power bank of 70 something thousand, right? You can see a good one at 100 and something thousand. So it depends on what you want. It depends on the watts and then the amount of money that you have. Okay, so that's it. And Sunfi, you can pay instrumentally. Sunfi, yes, Sunfi. You pay one-time payment. There's a 3-month plan. There's a 12-month plan. There's a 6-month plan. So it depends on what you can afford at that time. And then you begin to pay little by little. Every month they deduct their money from your account, and then you continue, just like the way we do easy buy on phone. Yes, the company Sunfi, okay, they do that package, so you could check them out as well. Okay, if you're just joining, please click on the like, subscribe, share button. My name is Miss Blessing and this is IT with Miss B, and I'm talking about how to break into online tutoring. Okay, I've talked about your tools, I've talked about your right mindset, I've talked about your tools. The next one I'll talk about is your skills. Please, as a teacher, your teaching skill is very, very, very important. How do you organize your lessons? How do you pass information? I was doing a training today. Kindly spell the name. Okay, Sunfi. 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 That's the name of the company where you could buy the power pack or the solar from and pay instrumentally. Okay. Okay, I was doing a lesson today with a teacher, or a training today with a teacher, and we're doing a role play, right? And I told her, go ahead, teach me like a child. Okay, the lesson was packed, but there was no enthusiasm. Why? Because of the way the class started. I will always advise that you start with a hook. Please ask me questions, so I'm ready. I'm available for your questions. If you have questions, please ask me. Start with a hook. Okay, start with a hook. When I mean start with a hook, when you start teaching, get them interested. You could use a game, Blue Kids, Kahoot, Quizlet. The one we did yesterday, we used quizzes. Okay, so you could use a game, get them interested, let them be enthusiastic and energetic for that time. Okay, then you now go ahead into your lesson. If you just go ahead teaching, your class might be boring. Even though what you are teaching or whatever it is you want to pass, the information you want to pass is interesting, your class might be boring. So try your best to engage them using a hook. So start with a hook. Now, let me give you an instance. Please, if you are teaching a 1-hour class, do not teach for 40 minutes and let the child work for 20 minutes. The reverse should be the case. Teach for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, then the child should work for 40 or 35 minutes. This is what I mean. Engage, as you're teaching, engage the child. As you're teaching, engage the child. As you're teaching, engage the child. If you see, there's a video, I have videos of my live teaching. Check my videos. You're going to see live videos while I was teaching in class. You see that at every point, I'm asking them questions. So when you ask them questions at every point in time, you will begin to see that they are with you. They will not be lost, because the average amount or the average time you can engage students online is 1 hour, 15 minutes. Sorry, it's 15 minutes. For that 1 hour, you only have the attention for 15 minutes. So you have to do something constantly to keep them with you. So what is that effort you're putting in? What is that thing you're doing that is keeping them with you at that time? Okay, so your teaching skills are very important. Are you engaging enough? Are you asking questions, or are you just doing it like a lecture style? You know the way we used to do in our physical classroom. Only you as a teacher, you will talk. You will not ask one question. You will not continue talking again. That's not how it works in the online classroom. The child will just get bored. And you know that if you're teaching students, international students, those ones are very bold. They will tell you their mind. Oh, ha. They'll say, Miss, I'm tired. Miss, I want to sleep. Miss, I'm having a headache. That's all you'll be hearing, because you are not engaging them. So you have to try your best to engage the students at every point in time. Please, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. So I'm willing and ready to answer you. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is your profile. Profile. Thank God for Nano Banana and then Gemini. What are those ones, those places that you could use? Yeah. So thank God for these people that, or these AI apps. Just carry your picture, put it there, tell them to give you professional picture that you will use. Just put a good professional prompt. And trust me, you're good to go. You have a good professional picture that you could use on your. I wonder why sometimes I go to some tutors to reach out to me, and I'm seeing something else on your profile. I'm seeing write-ups and all of that. How will someone know that you're serious with your business? How will someone even know that you're into online tutoring? Okay, if I give you the link to all my socials, everything you will go and see there. Please search Blessing Oreri. That's my name, Blessing Oreri. If you check, you will see that everything I'm posting there is about my business. Okay, so you have to make people know, show up. There's one particular thing that I don't joke with whenever I'm doing a training section with my trainees. I always say, brand yourself, like create a brand. We'll create a logo. I will stay with you. We'll do logo. We'll do LinkedIn header. We'll do all the necessaries. We'll do all of them together. Why? Because I know that branding is very important. So brand yourself online. Show up. Go on ChatGPT. Tell it, I am an online tutor. I teach maths, English to KS2 or KS3. If you don't understand KS2 or KS3, please go and check my video on understanding countries curriculum. I teach KS1 or KS2 students maths and English, or I teach them English, and I want you to create a 30 days prompt for me that I will use to post on my LinkedIn social media or on my social media platform. Trust me, ChatGPT will give you 30 days things to post every day. Even if you want to post twice a day, you're going to see that there. Okay, let me take some questions. Amazing Teacher said, can one teach in an open space considering power is not reliable? No, I will not advise you teach in an open space because of distraction. Unless the open space you say you want to teach in is quiet, then I will advise it. But if the place is not quiet, please, I will not advise it. Even though you have, unless you have a, what's it called, noise cancellation headsets. Answer her now. Unless you have a noise cancellation headset, okay? If you don't have a noise cancellation headset, trust me, that's what teaching in open space might not work. Okay. The next one is, how do you engage a child in maths and writing online? If you have a laptop and the laptop is not a touch screen laptop, okay, the laptop is not a touch screen laptop, I will advise that you use a writing graphic pad. Okay, get a graphic writing pad. Do you know what a graphic writing pad is? You know what a graphic writing pad is? I think I have a picture of it. If you check my what's it called, my video on tools to teach online, I think that's the first video you will see in my header. If you see that, you will be able to see what a graphic pad is. You can write on it, you connect it to your laptop, and then you use it to write. You connect it to your laptop and use it to write. So please, I hope I've answered that question. So if you don't have that, trust me, teaching maths online might not be really easy. Okay, please, who is this? Tintu Montike, please, I don't know what you're saying. Please, we are doing teaching. If you're not a teacher, I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, Naomi Osai says, taking classes online for any class like junior, secondary, and primary. Is it hard for students from that? Is it hard to get students from that category? Like, what classes do you teach, ma'am? I teach classes, I teach primary 3. Let me say our primary 3, right? I teach from primary 3 to our SS3. Okay, but other people are there that can, how will the child respond? You will use a OneNote. So, okay, hold on, Mrs. Edina, I'm coming to you. Let me answer Mrs. Naomi. Okay, Naomi says, Is it hard to, it's not hard to get students. It's not hard to get students. All you need to do is to put in the work. Put in the work, show up online, let people know that you're an online tutor. Reach out to people in your community. I'm going to come to that. Reach out to people in your community to reach out to others for you. Trust me, you are going to get students, or you work with companies. Okay, you work with companies and then you will. But for me, I teach exams. I focus on exam students because I love results. The exams that they just wrote, 11 plus exams, the UK exams they just wrote, almost all my students passed. It's only one that I got a low report, bad report from. And that one, she was very close. She had 201 out of 204. The cover was 204 and she got 201. She said she was not aware that there was extra activity at the back of the paper. That's why. So I'm sure that if she had done everything correctly, she would have passed. Okay, Mr. Dijon says, how do you engage? Okay, so I've seen that. I mean, how will the child respond? Okay, this is where you have to learn, still on tools, you have to learn how to use the Microsoft OneNote and interactive to either you use the OneNote or Kami. Okay, either you use OneNote, you use Miro, you use Kami. There are interactive whiteboard tools where if you write, the child will be able to see it. If the child writes, you too will be able to see it. Okay, so that's what we call the Microsoft OneNote. I think maybe I'm going to do a video for you guys so you guys get to see what the Microsoft OneNote look like and how to use it. Okay, so that is it. So like, how will the child solve it so I can see it too and know he's doing the right way? That's what I'm talking about. So another way you do it is when you are let me give you this idea. When you have put the work on the OneNote or the interactive whiteboard, either the OneNote or Miro or Kami, anyone you're using, Miro is Miro, Kami is Cami. These are different interactive whiteboards that you could use. When you put the task there, right, you could tell the child to share the child's screen. Okay, just the same way on Zoom we have the share screen option. If you watch my video on how to use Zoom, you're going to see that there. Let the child share the child's screen, and the child should solve. As the child is solving, you will be seeing what the child is doing. You can make corrections instantly. Okay, if it is a group class and you know that you cannot tell everybody to share their screen, when on the OneNote, as the child is writing on the OneNote, you will be seeing what the child is writing. Same thing with Kami. As the child is writing, you are seeing. As the child is typing, you are seeing it the same time, at the same time as well. That's why we call it an interactive whiteboard. Please, I hope I've answered that question. If you are not clear, please let me know. I'm still going to answer. But just in case I've not done the video, there are a lot of videos on how to use the OneNote online. Please check YouTube. YouTube is a free teacher. Learn how to use the OneNote or Kami or Miro. Any of them works. And please, again, if you're just joining, please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Why do I have only 3 likes? Please click on the like, subscribe, share button. My name is Ms. Blessing, and this is IT Tutoring with B. And I'm be talking about how to break into online tutoring. I've talked about how to have the right mindset, your tools. I've talked about the different tools. I've talked about your skill, your teaching skills. Please, your teaching skills should be engaging and interesting. I've talked about your profile, which is branding. Very important. Please, again, I want to talk about your niche. Your niche has to do with what subjects you. Okay, I'm so sorry for the interruption. I know that your niche has to do with that in physical classroom. Some of us will say we what's it called? We teach all subjects, but please online choose a particular subject. If you want to teach maths, teach maths, and if you want to teach English, teach English. If you want to teach science, teach science. Even though you can teach all, be known, very known for one thing. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you feel like, oh, okay. Sorry, amazing teacher. Are you here now? I hope everything is okay now. There was network issue from my end, actually. Someone was calling, that's why. I apologize for that. Okay, so if you know that you are, what's it called? A teacher from the physical classroom coming into the online classroom, I will advise that you don't just, don't say you teach all. They will feel like you don't know what you're doing. Focus on one subject. Okay, focus on one subject, focus on one thing, and be good at it. When I started with only KS2 English. I grew, and then I learned how to teach UK VR exam. Trust me, that exam is that exam is not here. Oh, even you as a teacher, you think very well, not to talk of how you pass the knowledge and the skill to another person, right? So I learned how to teach the skill to teaching verbal reasoning. I learned it. So I teach English, I teach verbal reasoning. I moved again. I learned how to teach IGCSE students, that's students in SS3 that want to write exam. Why? Because parents pay more money for exam classes. Okay, so I decided to focus on it. So if you're a math teacher, you're an English teacher, you want to make more money, focus on exam classes. That's the advice I will give you. And one thing with exam classes is that you will always see children that want to write exam every year, so you will not run out of students. And when a child writes an exam and the child pass, trust me, the parents will not call their friends and say, oh, my child passed, there's one teacher. Right now, I have the parents have reached out to me. I want you to take my cousin's children because their own children that were with me passed their exam. So trust me, your results will definitely speak for you. But if you say you want to be a regular classroom teacher, it is okay. Okay, find out, what do you teach? What's your niche? Is it exam prep? Is it just after school prep? Is it communication skill? Even spelling bee club. If you're an English teacher, yeah, I'm dropping tips. So spelling bee club. Math teachers, you could do calculation drilling club. You see parents that want their children to know how to teach math, they will enroll their students with you. So I'm dropping ideas that you could even use. You don't even need maybe 10 to 11 a.m. or 11 to 12 a.m. You can take as much as 5 to 10 students in a class. That's double money. Okay, so that is one thing that I've given you, one good tip that I've given you. Again, now let's go to your LinkedIn profile or your profile. When you're setting up your profile, please put your niche there. Okay, let people know that this is what you do. Like I said, from my own, when I started with one company, and then because of my profile and all the things I've been posting, another company reached out to me, making it 2 companies. Okay, right now I work for 3, and then I have my own personal parents. Okay, so there's money coming in from different angles. So if you're a teacher or you're a tutor and you are thinking of what to do for you to scale, you could start either by yourself or start working with parents or working with a company rather. Okay, but one thing is sure, show up daily, post what you are doing every time. Okay, now again, I want to talk about pricing. This is one very interesting part people like to talk about. Money. Let's talk about your pricing. Pricing, and then how you get your first client. Somebody reached out to me. I was like, Miss Blessing, I'm thinking of how to land my first client. And I gave her one task. I said, do you know somebody that has traveled abroad? She said yes. Can you please throw more light on my community? Okay, that's what I'm about to. When I say start from your community, I'm about to do that. Now, I asked her, do you know someone that has traveled abroad? She said yes. Do you know somebody that was in school with you that has traveled abroad? She said yes. I said, that's your community. Okay, your neighbor knows somebody that has traveled abroad. So if you go on Canva, do a flyer, very good flyer on Canva. Even Canva free will give you a good template. You can just edit some things and then put the flyer. Okay, Miss Naomi, I hope you're with me. Okay, so you do a good flyer. If you don't know how to do a good flyer, pay somebody 5,000 to do a good flyer, a graphic designer. Pay the person 5,000 to not cost you so much. To do a good flyer is an investment. Let them do a good flyer for you. Now, when they've done this flyer, take this flyer, send it to that person that you know that is abroad, and say, I'm not asking you for money. Amazing teacher, are you here? Please, let me know if you are here in the comments. Thank you, Mr. Naomi. I can see you're here. Tell the person that I'm not asking you for money. All I'm asking is share my flyer to your community. One thing about people abroad is they are usually in a group, or they have a WhatsApp group, church or something. All of them are abroad. They have a community. So if you give one person, tell the person to share it there. They have days like there's a group I'm in. They have days where you can post your business. So I give it to somebody, the person helps me to post the business, and then parents reach out to me from there. That's your community. That's you expanding your community from Nigeria to abroad community, right? So if you know that you cannot run ads, you don't know how to do ads, reach out to that. Even though this person, you have not talked to the person for a long time, don't worry. You're not begging the person for money. All you want is visibility, right? Tell the person, please just take my flyer, please give it to put it in your community for me. I teach students this, I teach them how to read, I teach them how to write, I teach them maths, I teach them English, I teach them exam classes, I train students that are in EYFS. Just post my community, my this thing there for me. When a parent now reach out to you, please don't go, let your pricing be fair. I'm going to come to that. I'm going to come to that. So that community, that is what I call community. Give it to somebody, the person posts it in their platform. There's a friend of mine that teaches students in the US, only students in the US. So his teaching time is from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. He was my former head teacher, okay, in one school that I was working in Port Harcourt here. So when I left and then I started teaching online, he now reached out to me that one parent that had traveled to the US said, because he was going, when the parent was in Nigeria, he was going to do home lesson for them. So that parent that traveled abroad, the parents now told him that she wants him to continue teaching her children, but he didn't know the tools. So I told him, what are you doing? Meet me. So I trained him, I taught him how to use the tools and all of that. And that parent at that time, for the two children at that time, was collecting 50,000 for the two of them. They were having two classes every week. It was collecting 50,000 at the end of the month. But there was something that woman did for him. Initially, when he told me, I was like, that money is small. Why? But there was something that woman did for him. She introduced him to the community of people in the US. Now he has classes back to back. Like, he doesn't sleep. In fact, he recently rented a very big place because money is coming in. And she introduced him in that community. He did a flyer. He gave it to her. She put it there in their US WhatsApp group. Trust me, people were coming in to his class. Like, they were enrolling. He got to a point where he now started sourcing for teachers because he could not handle all of them. That's what I mean, growing your community. Trust me, you know somebody that has traveled abroad, right? Reach out to the person. You are not begging the person for money. You are begging. That shame that you're ashamed, that you're thinking, oh, I'm ashamed. I don't know whether this person will think of me well. My dear, the person will not send you. Just ensure that you are on the person's toes. Have you shared it? That's all you want the person to do. That is community. Okay, please, I hope you understand what community is now. Now let's talk about pricing. Now, when you're pricing, it's very important that you know the grades. I will advise this. These are the things I use, blessing, or I used to check my pricing. I use the age grade. I use, is it exam preparation or not? I find out what they are doing. Is it exam preparation class or not? Then I also find out if it's not exam preparation class, I find out demographic. Is the person in the UK or in the US or Canada? Because trust me, I will not forfeit my sleep and collect 5K per hour. Okay, so if the person is in the UK if the person is in the US or Canada, because of our time difference, I charge higher. If the person is writing the exam, I charge higher. So if the person is just doing an after school prep in the UK, fine, we now talk about normal pricing. Now, some people have been wondering if it is okay. Oh, Naomi also, I say thank you so much for this. It's so helpful. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Some people will be wondering if you should price your in dollar or naira. I'm coming here. This place now, I want to sit down here. Now, it is not bad to price in foreign currency. It's not bad. I have clients that pay me in foreign currency, but because of PayPal issue or because of how to receive my money, the parents understand. So they use Lemfi. My own parents that pay me in foreign currency use Lemfi. So when they send via Lemfi, the money enters into my account, my Nigerian account, right? But in cases where you know that getting this money or charging foreign currency is going to be so much of a problem, please charge in naira. Okay, you could charge per month or you could charge per hour. There's another thing about I want you to also know. Sometimes you could do bi-weekly or weekly, or depend on, please find out how you think about how you want to be paid. Do you want to be paid weekly? Do you want to be paid by hour? Do you want to be paid bi-weekly? Do you want to be paid monthly? Okay, so something happened recently. Normally I charge within I charge within 5 to 15,000 per hour. And something happened recently when I was talking with a friend, And he was like, he charges 70K per month. And I said, for how many hours? He said a maximum of 2 hours in a week. Sorry, 2 hours, yes, 2 hours in a week. That's 8 times in a month, 70,000 per hour. That's over 8,000 naira per hour, which is still fair. Okay, which is still fair. So I would say choose yourself. Look at it very well. Which one do you want to? Do you want to charge per hour? Do you want to charge per week? Do you want to charge per month? How do you want to receive your money? Again, have a policy. Have policy. Some parents will, in fact, some parents can be sent from somewhere. I don't want to say something wrong. Can be sent from somewhere. Have a policy. Sign with them that this is the agreed time for our classes. This is if your child misses once and I reschedule and he misses again, I will collect full money for it. Because if you don't do it like that, parents will use you, you will keep on rescheduling. The next thing you will call, where you say, oh, we went to the shopping mall, we're not back home. Oh, we went out, we're at the park, we're stuck in traffic. That's all you'll be hearing. Meanwhile, they will tell you because you are charging per hour, they will not teach that hour. So that hour they are not paying for it. So be very careful. Have policies, have scheduling policies, cancellation policies, have this ready. Okay, or have it in mind. But if you are working for a company, the company already has a stipulated price. They already tell you this is how much we pay per hour. We pay 5,000 naira per hour. We pay 10,000 naira per hour. They have stipulated prices already. You are not going there to go and price because they will tell you this is our charges. For group class, we pay like this. For individual classes, we pay like this. So that's for working for companies. But if it is your own client, you collect your own money by yourself. So you think, just like I said, I have friends that are not working for any company and they are living large. In fact, these people, we used to call them big. I want big boys, makes you hail them. And funny enough, I was the one that trained them. So you look at it very well and choose what you want. Do you want to work for a company or do you want to work for yourself? Please leave a comment for me if you have any questions. I'm really willing to answer you today. Please drop your questions, leave a like on the for me on the video, and subscribe. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, so moving forward again, we've talked about our pricings, we've talked about platforms, we've talked about how to get your first clients. Okay. Again, I will say if you can run ads, run ads. But for you to run ads and then parents come to your platform and you are a teacher, but they'll be seeing cake video, be very careful of what you post on your social. If you know that you don't know how to do it, just create a new platform or a new social media for it. Okay. Do you get your pay before the work is done? Okay, amazing teacher, you're asking, do you get your pay before the work is done? It depends. It depends. I have parents that do on subscription basis. There are some of them that I'm very strict with. There are some of them I'm lenient with. So it depends. Like some companies do their own on subscription basis. What I mean by subscription basis is they pay to cover for the next month. So if you don't pay by the end of October, if you don't pay, that means your child will not continue lessons by November. Okay. Your child will not continue lessons by November. That is what we call subscription basis. So it depends. Some of them pay upfront, some of them pay at the end of the month. So you choose what you want. But if you are working for a company, that one you are doing it on. If you're working for a company, that one you're doing it on by the end of the month. Sorry, you're receiving your pay by the end of the month. That one is not on a subscription basis. Payments. That one at the end of the month, they'll calculate all your hours for you, put your money together and give it to you. Okay, so that's why it's also good to track your hours when you're learning hours or the teaching hours. It's also good for you to track it as well. All right, let's move forward we've talked about pricing, we've talked about clients. Please, if you have questions, go ahead, ask me. I'm willing and ready to answer. Another thing I want to talk about is confidence in your lesson delivery. I was teaching a student recently. The student got a new teacher, and I was asking him, how's the class? And all he told me was that the teacher does not know what she's doing. I thought, you see, these children are bold, very bold, and they open up to you, what did he say? He said the teacher does not know what she was doing. I said, how? He said she didn't even know how to move from her one note the way you used to do with lesson. She doesn't know how to move from here to here. These children are very observant. Same as their parents, they are very, very observant. So if you have a student or you have a class and you don't know what to do, then you should not be teaching. You should have an idea of what to do part-time, when to stop your sharing your screen and share again, when to stop doing this and doing another one, when it's time for them to share their own screen for you. For instance, on my one-on-one classes, it's compulsory. My students must share their screen. I need to see what they're doing. I might not be able to handle the group class to know what everybody in the group class is doing. But you see, for that one-on-one classes, you will share your screen. I need to see what you're doing. I need to know that you're with me, because they can be with you and be on another tab and doing something, playing Roblox, because that's what is ready for UK children, playing Roblox on the screen. So you have to be there. You have to keep them engaged. In fact, if you don't keep them engaged, that's when they now begin to play these games while you're teaching, and doesn't tell well of you as their teacher. So their parents will now come, why are you playing games? Is your teacher not there? You have already lost value in front of the parents, because parents like you cannot keep their child engaged. So please take note of that. Your lesson delivery is very important. What is your slide like? I always say use good slides. You don't know where to get slides from. Let me teach you something. Let me teach you one small trick. Go on your browser, right? Maybe you want to teach what's it called? Let me use a math topic, fractions. Maybe you want to teach fraction for grade 2. Go on your Google browser, write fraction grade 2 PPT. That's PowerPoint slide. You will see like different PowerPoint slides there. Like it will open with free PowerPoints. Lesson free that you can use to deliver your lesson. Trust me, you will see it there. Tell them, just go there. When you see it, download as many as you want. Check the ones you want and use to teach. Same thing, you want to get worksheet, fraction grade 2 worksheet. It will open, you see images. Go to images, you see different worksheets you can download. Twinkle subscription. Subscribe for Twinkle. Twinkle is TWINKL. TWINKL. Twinkle. I think the subscription is just 3K per month. For that 3K per month, you will see materials that you will use till eternity. So a year is, I think a year is 30,000 or so. So I usually do a year. What I do is I have a community of teachers. What we do is we put our money together. I can have like 4 or 5 teachers come together. We'll put money together and subscribe for a year. That way you are free. Okay, that way you're free. So if you use Twinkle, use the browsing style, you'll be able to see worksheets, PDFs, PPT already prepared for you by teachers. Okay, use games, interactive games, Kahoot, what's the name of that game? Kahoot, quizzes, Quizlets. A lot of, if you're a science teacher, use PHET, PHET, search for it. As I'm talking, if you can write it down, PHET, PHET simulation. Okay, PHET, PHET simulation. You will see, in fact, you will see materials there. Materials they cry. Let me use that language. Okay, so you see materials, a lot of materials there. Again, if you are a math and science tutor, yes, you could use PHET. You could use Gizmo. Please search. If you're a math tutor, use Gizmo, Gizmo. You see materials there that you can download. In fact, for free. Math teachers, English teachers, my people. If you're looking for materials, go to quizzes. They called it, they've changed their name from quizzes to Wayground. Go to Wayground. You will see both materials, lessons, whatever you're looking for there. Ensure that, the reason I'm dropping all of this is that I want you guys to ensure that your slides are professional. If you're not using professional slides, don't even bother yourself, because your class will not even be engaging in the first place. Please use good slides. Your slides, your worksheets tells parents that this teacher knows what the teacher is doing. Okay, they are teaching children, right? Use colorful worksheets. Use colorful materials. Let the material, once they see the material, oh yes, that's it. They want to even look at it, right? But if it's not colorful enough, you see them, they get tired. All right, please ask me questions. So, all right, so we've talked about materials. I have talked about where you could get some. Usually people pay for me to tell them where to get materials, but of course, you guys are my people. I'm saying this. So when you're delivering your lessons, be confident. A child knows when the teacher is not confident. When you're not confident, your student knows. They will, in fact, They will tell their parents that this teacher, no, the teacher was confused because, like I said, they are really outspoken and they are bold. I will also advise that you record your sessions. Yes, record your session. You can record. I'm saying that for two reasons. One, record your Okay, I'm coming. For I'm saying record your sessions for two reasons. Hi, Zara. Zara, hold on. I'm coming to you. Thank you for joining. I'm going to answer that question. Okay. In your one-on-one. Sorry. In the reason why I say you should record the sessions for two reasons. One, so you have content to post. Two, so that in case something goes wrong in class, you have what to show as proof. I've had a session where a child was misbehaving, and then when I cautioned the child started crying. The parents came in, the parent was like, Miss Blessing, what happened? And I was trying to explain, the parent was not listening until I sent the video to the parents. So if I didn't have that video, it would have been, and it's a company student, right? It would have been a bad reputation for me. Okay, so try to record your session, even though it's not every time. Once in a while, record your session. Okay. Zara, you asked, you said in your coaching class, do you give students at least one to encourage a beginner? Okay. This is it. I usually don't give clients. The reason why I'm saying this is because when I say I give clients, people now come to me, oh, I want you to train me so that you give me clients. No, I want you to also do your research, source for yourself. I can't recommend you. I will train you and I can recommend you, but I will not give you clients unless I have access. And assistants now, even though I have access, I have teachers waiting in line for them. So I don't give you clients, but I teach you how to get your clients, how to get students, how to apply, how to do. All I do is how to. I teach you how to, and you are going to get confidence from them. Okay. I hope I've answered that question. So I don't give clients. I purposely do not do that because sometimes even there was one I even did that almost cost me reputation with a good parent that I've been teaching for a very long time. So I don't do that. I want you to put in the effort yourself as well. Now, I intend starting with my mobile phone. Before getting a laptop, would that be okay for a start? And also using Zoom is not so good for me. Mobile phone. There are a lot. I'm not so good at using Zoom. Then I did a video. Go check my video on how to use Zoom. I have a video part 1 and 2 on how to use Zoom, and acquaint yourself with it. You will learn how to use it. If you can't use Zoom, use Google Meet. If you cannot use Google Meet, use VooV. There's Google Meet, there's VooV, there's Teams. Okay, so you have to learn. You have to learn how you want to teach online, right? So you have to learn. You have to learn how to use any of these. Okay. Can you send me some of your recordings? I have a lot of my class recordings on my video. You could check my social media, you'll see a lot of them there. If you touch my YouTube, you'll see a lot of them there as well. So you get to see the way I teach my students there. If you check my Instagram, it's still Miss Blessing, you'll see it there. If you check my Facebook, Blessing Noreri, you'll see some of these recordings there as well. Like I say, I always like to upload, even if it's short clips, you get to see the way I engage my students there as well. Amazing teacher, I hope that works for you. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so moving forward. Please ask a question though. I'm here for you. Okay, moving forward, we've talked about your branding, we talked about success, we talked about Google Docs. Please know how to use Google Docs, know how to use Google Slides, know how to use, if you want to use your phone, Mrs. Naomi, I just remember using your phone is, how would I put it? It can work, but it will be very stressful. It will be, trust me, it's going to be very stressful, especially when you're talking about when the child wants to use the child's OneNote and you setting up on the child's OneNote. Using the phone to do all this setup is usually very hard. And sometimes it will not stay, it will be moving because it is phone. Phone version does not do very well for laptop. So just like I did, I would advise Mrs. Naomi, see what you do for me. Borrow money. It's not good to start borrowing, but that was what I did. I borrowed from 2 people and I bought a second-hand laptop of 120,000. That was what I did when I started. The new training that I had that did not have, I told her she bought a second-hand Dell laptop of 90,000. Okay, for the fact that the laptop you can see the person on the other side can see you, you can see the person, you can use OneNote and Zoom on the laptop, you are good to go. So even if you're a math teacher, if you're a math teacher, you say you don't know, maybe you want to write and you don't have write, you could use this on Zoom. There's the annotation pen. You could manage with the annotation pen first before you get a graphic writing pad. You have to start from somewhere. And I'm advising you start today. Start from somewhere. Call somebody. Start from somewhere. Call somebody. Tell the person, sorry, my phone slipped. Start from somewhere. Call somebody. Tell the person that you need help. That you will give the person back. My own, I promised the person 2 months. I didn't even know where to get job from, but I was confident that I was going to get it because I was ready. Okay. Zara said, I have watched almost all your videos on your YouTube channel and even bought a, oh, really? You bought my book? Oh, that's so nice. But I can testify that though I have not started, but I feel it like a pro already. Will your class feel like a pro? Will your class teach anything different? Oh, yes. My classes always teach something different. And another good thing is you also get to join my live classes if you are doing one-on-one with me. But I'm not here to push my coaching. But yeah, if you're doing one-on-one with me, you get to join my live classes. You also get to learn some other new things that maybe I don't really come outside here to talk about. Okay, so I might not come outside here to talk. Okay, so that's that. Again, I want to also talk about something very important. I also want to talk about your what's it called? Your lesson plan, where you can get lesson plan curriculum from. There are a lot of places you could get. You could go on your Google and write. Maybe you are teaching someone in the UK in grade five UK curriculum. Another thing you could do is ask the parents. Hello, ma. Can you share your child's scheme of work with me? Because abroad is not like our Nigeria, that they don't know what we are doing, or we don't have a curriculum that we share to parents. They already shared their curriculum to their parents, or their scheme of work rather to parents. So you can ask the parent for the scheme. The parents now reach out to you and give to you, okay, this is the scheme for my child. Okay, so that's another good one that you could do. Now, this month, oh, what am I saying this month? On Sunday, I'm bringing in a professional, maths and science professional, but he's an online tutor. He has been teaching for the past, in fact, even before I started teaching, he has been teaching online for a very long time. And he's very good at what he does. He's going to be live here 6 p.m. on Sunday. Please set it as a date. So he's going to be talking about lesson planning, from lesson planning to live classes, how you take from your lesson plan to your live class. So please, if you are, be sure to be here on Sunday by 6 p.m. I'm going to start my live by that time, and then he's going to come in because we've been planning it for a while. Like I said, till the end of this year, I'll be bringing in professionals for all of you so that you guys get to gain something, even though I've not seen you guys before, but you guys are my personal people, my community. I really appreciate the fact that you guys watch my videos and learn from it. Please, if you have a question, let me know. Okay, so we've talked about all of these things. We've also talked about your pricing rates. Please, pricing rates very important. Don't go and price too low. Hey, somebody told me that she priced the parents 2,500 per hour. I asked her, are you crayfish? Please, don't go and price too low. If you price too low, the parents will look at you like you are hungry. Then don't go and price too high. If you price too high, you will chase them away. Your prices should be moderate. Again, when you are doing your pricing, sell your value. A parent came to me, hi, Miss Blessing, I want you to teach my son IGCSE exam. I said, okay, sir, I teach, what do you want? He said, I want you to teach him 2 times a week. What's your charge? I told him. He said, no, it's too high, it's too high. I said, okay, sir, please, I want you to do something for me. He said, what is that? I gave him my social handle, YouTube handle, LinkedIn handle, Facebook and Instagram, and I told him, sir, please go through and then come back to me if you want to. He went through my socials and came back and paid what I requested. Why? Because he saw that I have value. So sell your value. If you're a beginner, you don't have any of these things to show. If you're a beginner, you don't have any of these things to show, post about child learning. Maybe you don't have videos of you teaching online. Go ahead and make your post about students learning, exam tips, exam success, student success, from nobody to somebody, in growth in learning, academics, and all of that. Trust me, trust me, you are going to see big difference. Okay, people will reach out to you from there. I know I have some clients that reach out to me from Instagram. I've had clients from LinkedIn. The only place I've not had clients from is Facebook. Okay, but I run Facebook ads. But if without ads, I've not gotten a parent reach out to me without ads. But you can plan to run Facebook ads if you know you cannot go to a community. Okay, so with all these tips I have shared, trust me, you are going to break. I want to beg all of you, if you're a physical classroom teacher listening to me, please and please and please choose yourself. Your proprietor does not care whether, if you fall sick today, they're going to replace another person. Teaching online gives you flexibility. I can go anywhere I want to go to now. I don't teach in physical classroom. I've not taught in physical classroom for a long time. I can go anywhere. For the fact that I have my laptop and I have internet, I can actually go anywhere and teach and work and get my money. In fact, I calculate my money every day. I calculate my money for every time I open my laptop, I'm calculating my money, because I'm opening my laptop to do an activity or to do a work or something. So please choose yourself. As a physical classroom teacher, it might not be easy for you to get everything at once. You don't need to get all the equipment. You don't need to get all the tools. You don't need to was the cheap one of 4-5, because I didn't have money at that time, right? And I borrowed the money for the laptop. So if you are determined to start from now, I cannot even say I'm using those kind of things again, because things have changed. I'm making more money from it. So choose yourself. Choose yourself. There's this woman, she will always say, you are first a human being. Even those students you are teaching in class don't know what you're going through, right? So you're a human being, you're first a human being. Look out for what is going to make you better. So please choose yourself. Please, if you have any question, I'm about to round up. Round up. So your take home today, please, if you don't have a tutor profile on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, create one today. That's your, in fact, I'm giving you homework. Create a tutor profile. Go to Canva. Do a LinkedIn header. It makes it professional. If you go on my page on what's it called, on LinkedIn, Blessing Honorary, check, you see how my LinkedIn header is. Get an idea, or pick a leaf, borrow a leaf from there and create your own. Create your LinkedIn header, put it there. Optimize your LinkedIn. Put all your work experiences and put that you are open to work. Okay, and then start connecting with tutors. Search on this thing, tutors, online tutors. You will see on the search bar, search for online tutors and start. Don't follow. If you post, they will not see it. Connect. Click on the connect button. Connect with them. If you click on follow, when you post, they will not see it, but when they post, you see it. So click on connect button. I'm dropping tips for you now. So click on the connect button. Okay, so optimize your this. Do a demo video. Did I talk about demo video? I'm not sure I did. Please do a demo video. If you're doing a demo video, okay, I have a video already on my YouTube on how to do a good demo and intro video. Do your demo video, do your intro video, do it in a place that there's light, right? Do your intro and your demo video, and then when you're done with that, post on your social media at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. Post every. Use ChatGPT to create content for you. You could edit it. Don't just go and do copy and paste. Everybody will know that you copied from ChatGPT. When it brings it out, remove all those icons, remove all the dashes and change them to commas and all of that. They will not know that it's ChatGPT that generated it for you. Add a little bit of physical story touch, so it has a human touch to it, and then you're good to go. You have made your post. It's not going to take you 10-15 minutes. You're done. Okay, so make a post. And again, one thing on LinkedIn is that they connect with people when you use pictures. So use pictures. Don't just write it. It's not like Facebook that you can just write something and leave it. No. If you want really want engagement on LinkedIn, use pictures. Put your picture there. Let people know you. Let people see you and all of that. Okay. From there, they begin to build trust. They begin to connect with you. Apply to companies. Please apply. Revamp your CV. revamp your CV. Let your CV speak. Don't go and say, I'm a tutor. Let your CV speak professionalism. I think I have a video on how to do a good CV. Please check. Do the CV very well. Use Canva templates. Do the CV or use Intelligent CV. It's an app. Download Intelligent CV. It's an app. Then you use that Intelligent CV to construct your CV. It's going to help you. Put good skills, patience, good communication, tech inclined. Just use good skills. Put the good skills there. Trust me, once your CV is very good, your demo video is good, your intro video is good, people will reach out to you. And then don't forget your community. Reach out to your community. Put it out there that you are an online tutor, and let them share the word for you. Okay, so these are the tips I want to share with you. I'm sure that if you follow step by step everything I've talked about here today, you are going to be a pro online tutor. You're going to be a very good online tutor. My book is there. Thank you, Zara, for buying my book. My book is there. It's also a very good guide. Zara, I think you can attest to that the book is so good. Trust me, that book is really rich. So click on the link in the description. In all my videos, you're going to see the link to my book. It's on seller. Just go ahead and click on it, and then you can make purchase of the book. I have a date with all of you on the 19th, 6 p.m. I'm bringing in a guest, and I will love to see you there. Please tell me how this session has gone. If you have any question, go ahead. In a few minutes, tell me if you have any question or if you've learned something. Go ahead, share with me, Blessing. Okay, I can attest to it. The book is too much. Yay! I put in my blood and sweat into that book. Trust me, I put in so much into that book, and I'm so glad that you're saying that. Do you post on LinkedIn like in Facebook? Yes. Yes, I do. In fact, sometimes I just copy my LinkedIn post and put it on Facebook. But I ensure if I use pictures, if I use a picture on the pictures I use on LinkedIn, sometimes are different from the ones I use on Facebook. But sometimes I just do copy and paste. You don't need to stress. Just make sure that you are showing up and you're posting every time. Okay. So thank you for asking that question. Yes, just ensure that you are showing up every time. So if you have any questions, any other question, please let me know if you've learned something from this session. Thank you so much for joining. If you've not subscribed, please, before you go, ensure you subscribe to my video. I love that. I love it where we have a community. And very soon, I'm going to create a WhatsApp group where like-minded tutors can all be in the group. If I have job postings, I'm going to be posting them there. Amazing Teacher says you're amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm a singer. Kumawo. Forgive me, my younger sister watches Korean dramas a lot. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful comment. And I'll keep posting good content for you all. I want to see teachers thrive and grow. It has always been a dream for me. Even when I was sitting in the physical classroom, I ensured that all my teachers, all of them, when I was the head of school, they were paying me 25,000 naira. I ensured that all my teachers, all of them went to learn a skill. I made sure of it. I made it compulsory. And that's what I want to do. I want all teachers to have this online teaching skill so that you can make more money for yourself, okay? And Naomi said, thank you so much. It was indeed helpful. Can't wait for Sunday. Yes, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. And trust me, if I see your name here and on Sunday, I'm going to leave a shout out for you guys. And I'll say you guys are the real MVP. Please click on the like button. Thank you all for joining today's live. I really had fun, and I'm sure that you put all these tips into play. And I'm sure that all of you will eventually become pro tutors. Okay, thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you. Bye everyone. Bye.